Hello students, welcome back to our session. Today I am going to explain about the expressions concept. Today I am going to explain about the expressions concept. Actually, each and every expression, we have to write in different way in the programming languages. For example, in mathematical expression, I want to express one equation x square plus y square x square plus y plus 20 equal to 10. So like that, here I want to expand as a programmatically. In a Python programming language, I want to write in the programmatic rules. By using programmatic rules, we can write those functions, those expressions in very briefly. Otherwise, Python programming language does not understand. I mean, square symbols, all those things, it cannot support. If you want to write x square, compulsory we need to write in between brackets x into x, we need to write x multiplication symbol, and also x we have to write. So each and every expression I would like to explain clearly in programmatic way. Now let us start our session. Okay. Okay. The concept is expressions. What is an expression? Explain associative rule in Python. Explain associativity rule in Python. Actually, what is an expression? An expression is a statement. An expression is a statement. It's containing operands and also operators. Operands and also operators. Nothing but, I want to explain diagrammatically. That's why I'm opening Paint window also. Okay. Sorry. If it is a mathematical expression, Paint window is not suitable. I want to open one more Word document. All of you carefully observe. X square plus y is equal y plus 20 is equal 10. This is my expression. This entire equation is also called an expression. After evaluation, it will get some result. After evaluation, in the mathematical subject, in the math subject, after evaluation, we will get some result. We will get some value. After that value we need to store in one more variable. So it is a mathematical expression, but in programmatical way, I want to write clearly. How we can write? X square symbol means x multiply x. This means x square. After that, plus operator. 20 as it is we had to write. Sorry, here y is also there now. So y plus 20 equal to 10. So this is the way we have to write in programmatic way. Because of x square symbol will not support any programming language directly. Compulsory we need to give that intimation to the interpreter. So if it is a square, if our expression contain any squares or any other symbols, that functionality we have to write clearly in our program. Otherwise, program will not understand anything. Compulsory we have to write the program very clearly. Instead of writing x square, here we need to write in the programming languages, we need to write compulsory x into x. So this is the way of expressing for mathematical formula expressions. But in mathematical subject, compulsory we have to write like this. But in programming languages, compulsory we need to write like this. And now you can understand everything about the expressions concept. How to use the expressions in programming languages. And now we can read second line also. Every expression consists of at least one operand and can have one or more operators. Every expression consists at least one operand. Here operand is nothing but x, y are all operands. X is also one operand and Y is also one operand. But if you have any expression, compulsory at least one operand must and should be required. At least one operand it contain. After that, more than one operator also it can contain. More than one operator. Also, the expression may contains. May contain or may not contain. So here, this is my expression right now. For your understanding purpose, I have written like this. For your understanding purpose, this expression I have taken right now. So here, how many operands we have? X is one operand and one more X is also one of operand. After that, Y is one operand and star symbol is operator, plus symbol is operator, is equal symbol is also one of the operator. So this expression contain two operands, nothing but X, Y, and number of operators also we have. Plus operator, multiplication operator and plus operator is equal to operator is also we have. In this expression, we have three operators and two operands. Three operators and two operands. Now we have understood, now you understood about this. What is an operand and what is an operator? What is an operand and what is an operator? So here operands are X, Y. Operators are plus is equal symbol and multiplication symbol. Next, operands are values. Operands are values, whereas operators are symbols. Operands are values, whereas operators are symbols that represent a particular actions. All of you carefully observe. X equal to 10. X equal to 10. Y equal to 20. Now I am writing x square plus y plus 20 is equal to 10. This is my expression. X square plus y plus 20 is equal to 10. So now x value is what here? 10. So now I am, as per programmatic way, I have to write like this. As per programmatic way, I am converting this expression into, actually this is a mathematical expression. Now I am converting in the programmatic expression. X into x. X into x. Compulsory in between brackets we have to write. Because of this expression contains the first priority. And in the next, we will discuss later about this expression. What is the first priority? What it will take the first priority? Which operator has the first priority? All those things we will discuss in this session. But now I am converting x square into x square. As I am converting x into x, in between brackets I am writing here. After that, y as it is I am writing. And after that 20 is equal to 10. This is programmatic expression. All of you carefully observe. This is mathematical expression and this is programming expression. Programming expression. Now understand na? So if you want to write any expression from mathematics to mathematical expression to programming expression, compulsory we need to expand like this. X square means x into x. Briefly we need to write in our programming language, otherwise it cannot understand. Even square symbol is also it cannot support. But the expression need to change by the programmer while developing time also. Next, here x value is what? 10, y value 20. So again I am converting 10 into 10 plus y value 20 and normal 20 is also as easily I am writing here. After that is equal 10. Next, 10 into 10, 100 plus 20 plus 20 is equal 10. Again 100 plus 20 120 plus 20 140 equal to 10. Now I am writing here 10 value is what? I mean it is a positive value. 140 is also positive value. So now I am this 140 I am taking into this side. Here plus symbol is there na? If you write from this side, if you transfer from this side to this side, here if you have positive symbol, I mean plus symbol, it will convert into negative symbol, minus 140. So now the result is minus 130. Minus 130. Now understand na? So this is the exact value of minus 130. So like that we have to write our expressions. And this expression contains plus operator is equal more than one symbol na? Here x value is x is what? Operand. While evaluating time, x value replaced with that value na? While evaluating that expression, x value is what? 10. Instead of x, it is evaluating with 10 value na? 10 into 10. 10 is what here? X value. So that's why. Next, in the above example, z and x, here I given one more example, z equal to x plus 5. It is also one of the expression. So in the above example, all of you carefully observe, z is equal to x plus 5 idi. And next, here I have one more sentence, z, x and 5, these three are operands. Is equal symbol plus or operators. In Python language, every expression evaluates for a value. Every expression evaluates for a value. That means here x plus 5 is there na? I think if we have x value is equal to 10, so 10 plus 5 it is converting. So 10 plus 5 equal to 15. That 15 value, after evaluation we will get some value. Here according to our expression, if we assume x equal to 10, 10 plus 5 equal to 15. That 15 value again it will store into z variable. Again it will store into z variable. So that is the meaning of this line also. The result will be assigned to a variable. Next, associativity rule. Sometimes the expression may contain many operators having same precedence. Sometimes the expression may contain many operators having same precedence. Then the question arises, which operator will be executed first? Then the question arises, which operator will be executed first? There is another rule called associativity. There is another rule called associativity. All of you carefully observe. Here I have one more expression, 9 divided by 3 into 3. So actually, I think you are mathematical students. You all are mathematical students. Am I correct? Already you have known about Bodmer's rule. Already you have known about Bodmer's rule. Bodmer's rule is nothing but B means brackets. Brackets will execute first. If you write in between brackets, that expression will execute first. Like that, here I have divided by and also multiply symbol. All of you carefully observe. I given here one table. The operator precedence in Python listed in the following table. The operator precedence in Python is listed in the following table. That means here I given one by one. The first option is parenthesis. Parenthesis is nothing but a functional bracket. If you have any expression, for example, in the previous expression, here I converted x square plus y is equal y plus 20 equal to 10. This is actual format of mathematical expression. After that, I converted into programmatic way. After that, this expression I converted into programmatic expression, programming expression. In between brackets, x into x. So here first this bracket expression will execute. After that remaining part will execute. Because of the first priority will take for the brackets only. So this is already have known in the mathematics. This is Bodmer's rule. First it will execute the brackets. After that divided by multiply symbols it will execute. Like here I given table. If we have any expression, the first priority will give the brackets. In between brackets, whatever you have write the expression, whatever you have written that expression will execute first. After that, exponential value will execute. I mean, if you have in that, for example, if you have that expression in your that exponent value in your expression, then it will take the priority. Otherwise, it will not take that priority. Whatever the operators you have in your expression, which operator will take the first priority, it will decide internally. Like in this way, the first priority will take brackets. After that, exponent value. After that, unary plus, unary minus, bitwise not. These symbols will execute first. Okay, na? And after that, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus. And next, addition, subtraction. After that, bitwise shift operators, left shift operator and right shift operators, and also bitwise and bitwise XOR, bitwise OR, like. And here also number of examples we have, comparisons. I mean, these all are logical operators. I mean, these all are relational operators. These are also will take the priority. Depends on your expression. But all symbols, sometimes all symbols will not have in your expression. Whatever the operators you have, that operators according to this precedence, according to this table precedence, it will execute first. Understand na? And here before we have an example na, 9 divided by 3 multiply 3. So this is one expression. If we have this type of expression, all of you carefully observe in the table. What it will take the first priority? If you have two operators divided by and multiply symbol, divided by multiply symbol. What is the result we will get here? 9 divided by 3 and into 3. What is the outcome of this expression? 9 or 1. If you evaluate right to left, you will get 1. You will get 1 is the result. If you evaluate left to right, then you will get the 9. Then what is the right output here? The precedence of multiplication, division and modulo operator are left to right associated. That means the mathematical expression, the expression contains same precedence, same priority. Here all of you look at the screen. In the table, multiplication, division and exponent, floor division divided by these symbols will take the same priority. So which operator will execute first here? If you have these operators in your expression, but other operators we don't have right now. Am I correct or not? So multiplication symbol and also division symbol we have. So here how it will execute? What is the result we will get here? How it will evaluate? According to programmatic way, left to right it will evaluate. From left side to right side. Like here I am selecting, all of you carefully observe. Left to right. So it will execute like this. So how it will convert internally? 9 divided by 3 into 3. First 9 divided by 3. It will separate and it will keep into the brackets like this. After that multiply symbol and 3. So here the first priority will take according to our given precedence. First priority will take bracket symbol na. So in the bracket symbol 9 divided by 3 we have. So 9 by 3 means 3 is the result here for this part of expression. In this part of expression we will get the only 3 is the result. 9 by 3 means 3 we will get. After that 3 into 3. The result is 3 multiply with 3. So we will get 9 is the result. It is the right answer. Don't evaluate right to left. It will evaluate, if you have same precedence operators, it will evaluate left to right only, not right to left. Don't confuse. Okay. So according to this table, it will take the first. It will take the expressions. Which operator will get the first priority to evaluate in our expression? So like based on this table, it will get result. Understand now? This is the expression format. What is an expression? Explain associativity rule. According to left to right, evaluation is also called associativity rule. If our expression contain same precedence, same priority operators, if our expression contain same priority operators, then we will evaluate the left to right, from left side to right side. This type of process is called associativity rule. This entire process is called associativity rule. According to this rule, we can evaluate our programmatic expressions. Now, I hope you understand about this concept. Okay, in the next concept, right now I am starting. Explain more details about data output. Explain more details about the data output. Data output means if we want to print anything, if we want to get any output, compulsory print function we have to use in our programming language, because of in Python programming language, if we want to print anything on the console, compulsory print function we have to use. Now I am opening ideally shell window for your understanding purpose. Now I want to print our college name. For that print function I am using. In this, in between double quotes, I am writing college name. G. Pullareddy Degree and PG College. This line I want to print as it is. So I am pressing enter key in the keyboard. So all of you carefully observe G. Pullareddy Degree and PG College. If in our program, if you want to print anything, compulsory print function we need to use. And print function also having some rules and restrictions to use. If you want to use print function, it will execute in different way also. Actually, without any string configuration, without passing anything also, if you want to pass anything in between double quotes in print function, it will print as easily. Now all of you carefully observe. In print function, simply I am using without any passing argument. Argument means, before all of you carefully observe. First, what is an argument here? G. Pullareddy Degree and PG College. Print function in between brackets, in between double quotes, I've written like this, and it will print as easily. But without this entire line, we also can use print function. But what it will print? That is the answer here. What it will print? All of you, anyone can think about this? Without any argument passing in print along with print function, just simply I am using print function. So what it will print? Pressing I'm pressing enter key here. All of you carefully observe. There is nothing to print. That is your assumption. It is not printing anything. Am I correct or not? But all of you carefully observe. Again, one more enter key I am pressing. In the keyboard. So this symbol, this greater than, three greater than symbols we have now. Cursor is blinking here now. If I press, it is printing immediately now. There is no space between line to line. Am I correct or not? But here one space is given by the print function. If we haven't any pass any argument through the print statement to the print function, it will print simply a blank line of space. It will print a blank line. That is the print functionality. Now understand na? If you want to print anything, data output means what actually? How it will represent on the screen? Data output by using print function. Print function is also we can execute in different ways as per our requirement. If I want a blank line without any configuration, print function directly I can use. It will give some one line space. It will give one line space. Now understand na? Python provides print function to display output on screen. With print function, you can print the messages, values of variables, and the result of an arithmetical expression in a desired format. In a desired format. Desired means required format. You can pass 0 or more expressions separated by commas through print function. We can pass 0 means without any expression, like before we have executed, before I have executed here, without any passing, even 0 values also. Directly I am using. It will print a simple blank line. Next, how many ways it is printing? We have to know right now. Using no expression means simply we can type print function. It will print blank line. But using string expression, that is also has over here. Print function along with G polarity degree and PG college I am using now. Along with print function, as easily it is printing now. If you want to print any string, compulsory in between double quotes. If you want to print anything in between double quotes, compulsory, we have to configure like this. Here my requirement is I want to print G polarity degree and PG college as easily. So as easily I have written, but along with print function in between double quotes I have configured. If I press enter directly, it will print, it has printed as this function, as this name. So that is using string expression. Using escape sequences. Using escape sequences. An escape character is a special character that is preceded with a backslash. That is preceded with a backslash. Appearing inside a string literal. Don't worry about this. I will explain clearly with practically also. With practically also I will explain. Just read this sentence. An escape character is a special character that is preceded with a backslash. Backslash is nothing but like /n, /t. Already you have used all those things in your C programming language. In the previous semester you have learned about all those things. Am I correct or not? Like that, in Python programming language also it can support escape sequence characters. If you want to print, if you want to print if you want to break a line, compulsory /n character we need to use. /n character. It will break the line. Like that, if you want to print any tab space of character, /t also we have to use. Here, number of escape sequence characters number of escape sequence Python supports. Python can support number of escape sequence characters. But here I given a few examples for your understanding purpose. /n, /t, /single quote, /double quotes, double slashes. Okay, na? These are the very important constants. Along with backslash character we can use in our programming languages. Python recognizes several escape characters, some of which are listed in the table. Here for your understanding purpose, I given a few examples here I given a few examples for your understanding purpose. So programmatic way I will explain right now. For that I am opening Python shell window. IDLE in the search box. IDLE if you type, it will open IDLE shell window. Python shell window, Python console, this one, like a command prompt. In C programming language CMD we have to use to open command prompt. In Python programming languages also we have here one more command prompt related to Python programming language. It is called Python shell. Python command prompt is also called Python shell. How to open Python command prompt? IDLE in the search box, in the taskbar, search box is there na? In that IDLE if you type that one, it will show like this. Just click on that. But compulsory Python software need to install on your laptop or in your desktop system. Then only it will open. Otherwise that software is not available in your system. Next, here a few examples I given. One by one I am executing. Without argument print function I am passing. Just simply I am using. In between brackets I have I don't like to configure anything for your understanding purpose. What it will print the result, the result I want to show for you. what it is printing? So it is printing a blank line of space. It is printing a blank line of space. All of you carefully observe. If I press one more time enter key, if I press enter key one more time, it will print the greater shift operators again. Immediately it will print without line space. Now understand na? But if I use print function without any argument, then it will print as blank line space. Now I am using string argument along with print function. If you want to print as it is easily, compulsory in between double quotes, I need to configure. Here Shiva, my name printing. Just I am typing and press enter key. It is printing as it is Lina. So this is the string configuration, string expression along with print function. Here no expression with print function. Here string expression with the print function. Now understand na? Next. Now I want to break the line. Here I have a big sentence. In between double quotes, 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3. These 3 words I configuring along with print function. So if you press enter key side by side, it will print. Am I correct or not? But with single print function, I want to print 3 lines. I want to print that same line into 3 lines. How it will print? By using backslash character. This is called escape sequence character. Escape sequence character. Same function I am using, same variables also, same data also. But instead of using spaces, just I am using backslash n. It will break the line. It will break the line. Sorry. Unfortunately, my hands keep on my hand pressing on enter key. Again, one more time I am using this one. In between double quotes, 1/n, 2/n, 3. At last, not required because of that is already in last line. Now I am pressing enter key. All of you carefully observe 1, 2, 3. These 3 words printing in different lines now. But print function is single function. But how it will print? Just I use that /n character in between these 3 words. In between these 3 words, I just have configured /n character. This is the predefined constant. It has some predefined functionality. What it has the functionality actually? What type of functionality it has? To break the line. To break the line. That's why it is printing in 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. Now understand na? /n character is used to break the line. If you want to print same line into multiple lines, if you want to break, compulsory /n character we need to use. And I want to print one tab space. Print in between double quotes I need to configure everything if you want to print. So here I use a double quotes. So 1/t, 2/t, 3 not required at last because of we have 3 words. 2/t characters are enough. All of you carefully observe what we got the output here. 1 tab space it is taking now. 1 tab space it has taken. Now understand na? /t means it is also one of the escape sequence character to give a tab space between 2 words. If you want to use tab space directly, /t escape sequence character we need to use. Then it will give that much space in between 2 words. In between 2 words. Understand? That is also one of the predefined escape sequence character and also call it escape sequence constants. Next, single code. Just a single code I need to use here. Print in between brackets, in between double quotes, I want to print single code. I want to print single code. That is also one of the constant. Actually, where we have to use this one? Shivas. Shivas. Now understand now? This is the single quote constant. Then press enter key. Sorry, it is showing some error. Wrongly configured. In between double quotes. Shiva slash S. Sorry. Right. All of you carefully observe. Sometimes this type of words also we have to use on programming languages. Am I correct or not? We have to use in our programming languages also. So like that, this type of apostrophes, if you want to use in your words, if you want to use in your data, then compulsory /t we need to use. Actually, this has the predefined functionality, but without this functionality also it can be used. It can use directly. All of you carefully observe. Without writing that constant also, as it is I am using. SHIVA. All of you carefully observe. But this escape sequence character is also we have, and also directly also we can use. No problem. Okay na? Next, double quotes. Double quotes. All of you carefully observe. Here one confusion we have. In between double quotes, we have to configure something. Shiva. This is my name. Here the text is what? I mean Shiva directly it is printing. But I want to represent with double quotes also. This quotes also I want to represent here. How it is possible? Print. By using escape sequence character, we have to use that one. But all of you carefully observe. Syntactically error. It is showing syntactical error now. Because of I want to print this one also. But directly if you use double quotes also, it is expecting one more string also. So that's why print opening bracket, closing bracket, opening quotes, closing quotes, in between slash double quotes, Shiva slash double quotes. Then it will print like that. All of you carefully observe. This is the escape sequence character now. It has predefined functionality to print double quotes. So that's why whatever, I mean, my name here configured along with print function. Along with print function, my name configured. So before and I mean at starting point, at ending point of my name, I used escape sequence characters. Then only it will print directly along with quotes also, along with opening quotes and closing quotes. Now understand now? But without escape sequence character, directly you can't print this one. But here one more chance also we have. If you want to print without escape sequence character, just opening bracket and closing bracket and opening single quotes and opening closing quotes. Okay na? In between double quotes we have to use. Then it will print like that. Then it will print double quotes also. All of you carefully observe. Double quotes it is printing now without escape sequence character also. So some predefined constant also sometimes not required. Directly also you can use. Now understand now? But if you want to print apostrophes, compulsory escape sequence character we need to use. Escape sequence character. Here there is no chance to print directly. Next, backslash is also same. Backslashes. Print, opening bracket, closing bracket, opening quotes, closing quotes. Backslash I am printing directly. Just 2 times we need to use that one. Then it will print single one. If you use single time, it is expecting a escape sequence character. It is expected as a escape sequence character, nothing but slash n. That characters it is expecting slash n, slash t, slash quotes, all those things you are using now right now before I am telling. So if you want to use directly, I mean single time, if you press the single time, if you use that character, it is expecting some other characters also. All of you carefully observe. AOL while scanning string literal. So it is expecting some string literal, nothing but here all those things we have now. Slash n, it is expecting this n character there, or it is expecting some t character, or it is expecting some single apostrophe character, and are expecting double quotes, are expecting one more time. So here my requirement is only backslash character I want to print. So for that double time I need to use, it will print single time. It will print single time. If I use along with print function, along with double quotes, double time if I configured in the slash symbol, it will print single time. ఈ క్యారెక్టర్ని మీరు ప్రింట్ చేయాలంటే కంపల్సరీగా డబల్ టైం యూజ్ చేయాల్సిందేనమ్మా. సింగిల్ టైం యూజ్ చేస్తే ఆల్రెడీ ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఎలా ఉన్నాయి, ఎస్కేప్ సీక్వెన్స్ క్యారెక్టర్లో స్లాష్తోనే ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఇది ఎన్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది సమ్ టైమ్, ఇది టీని మీన్ సింగిల్ కోట్ని డబుల్ కోట్స్ని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. బట్ హియర్ అవర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఈస్ వాట్, I want to print backslash. So for the backslash word, double time we need to use. Then only it will print single character, single backslash character. Otherwise, you won't use that one. Otherwise, you can't use that one. So that is the meaning of this one. Using variable is also using variable. How to use? I mean print function along with variables also we can use. Na x equal to 10. Y equal to 20. Now I want to print x value. So along with print function, first one is without expression, after that with string expression, after that with with escape sequence characters also along with print function we can use. After that along with variables also. All of you carefully observe. X value it is printing now. Similarly y value is also it is printing now. So along with variables also print function we can use. So data output by using print function, data output it is working in different ways. Print function it is working in different ways now. So that is the question meaning. More details about data output. Data output గురించి more details చెప్పండి. Actually data output ఎలా ప్రింట్ చేస్తాం, by using print function. మనం ఏదైనా అవుట్పుట్ చూడాలంటే కంపల్సరీ ప్రింట్ ఫంక్షన్ we need to use. So print function, how many ways we can use print function? So that is the major concept here. So how many ways we have? First one is without expression. First one is without expression, using no expression, using string expression, using escape sequences, nothing but these all are. After that using variables. After that here all of you carefully observe, separations kuda unnai. X equal to 20 kada, same time two variables also we have to print, x comma y. 10 20 it is printing na side by side. Now I want to print I want to change this expression. 10:20 also I need to use. Here my requirement is I want to use 10:20. So separator also concept is there. Separation concept, x comma y. SCP is the concept. SCP in between double quotes. Here I using is colon symbol and I am pressing enter key. All of you carefully observe. SCP means separator for these two variables. Don't separate with here, separate with space na by default separate with space 10:20, but I don't want space here. I want to separate with this symbol. Instead of this symbol, if you want to use one more symbol you can use. If you want to use one more symbol you can use, no problem. Same expression I am using with zeros na. Same expression. All of you carefully observe. 3 4 5 zeros I am printing. So 10 is the number. After that 5 zeros it is my separation. After that 20. Now understand now? Instead of colon symbol I used minus symbol, hyphen. It is also printing like that. So this is the SCP means separator, separating these variables, separating these operator with these variables. Next, formatting numbers. Formatting numbers. All of you carefully observe. This is also one of the important concept in our programming language. Not only this one, in every programming language, formatting numbers concept is very important because of I am showing one expression. Then only you can understand everything. Print. Here calculating is what 10 by 3. What we will get? 3.3333333 and so on 5. Okay na? So like that around these many digits it is printing. How many digits we have? 12 digits, significant digits. 12 digits it is printing. These all are 12 digits. So sometimes I don't want these many fraction part. Sometimes in our programming I don't want these many fraction part. I want to restrict only true value. Only two values. How it will restrict? By using format symbol. By using format symbol. F-O-R-M-A-T. Format, okay, sorry, by using format function. It is a predefined function. 10 by 3, 10 by 3, 10 by 3, comma, in between double quotes, point to F. Two fractions I want, two fractions I require here. Here I want only two fractions. These many fraction but I don't want. So like that, format function, predefined function. Print is also predefined function, format is also predefined function. But in between print function, brackets, I am configuring format function also. It is rounding that figure value. 3.33. Not only 2f, my requirement is 2 fractions are enough. If you want more than 2 fractions, then we can use 5. Then you can use 0.5. So 5 values it is printing. Now understand na? It will print 5 values. So now I got 5 digits fraction part. This is the restriction of formatting numbers. If you want to restrict, then compulsory format function, predefined function we need to use. I hope you enjoyed this session. Today we completed expressions concept as well as more details about the data output. Data output is nothing but print function. If you want to print anything, compulsory print function, predefined function we must and should need to use. So how many ways we need to use that print function? That concept is also today over. So today 2 concepts completed. I hope you enjoyed this session, and tomorrow, in the next session, we will discuss about the decision structure. Decision structure. Decision structure is nothing but a control statements. Decision structures are also called control statements. Already you have learnt already have learnt in C programming language. If condition, if else condition, all those things we have now. Like that in Python programming language also there are 3 types of conditions: if statement, if else statement, if elif statement. Elif means else if. Okay na? In the next session we will discuss about all those things. Thank you very much. Today I am ending this session.